Welcome back to WatchAdvisor. On YouTube, it's Alexander speaking, your host, and on your screen you see the Blancpain Bathyscaphe Chronographe Flyback in a titanium grade 23 case.
Don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell to get our latest notifications.
Titanium grade 23. It is not the first watch we are presenting made out of such a material, the case made out of such a material. Earlier, we presented a video about the Blancpain Bathyscaphe TM Complet. If you have not seen the video, please check it out, watch it, and you will see it's the same case or the same case material. So what is this particular titanium grade 23? It is a, let's say, 2.0 grade 5. It's confusing now. Okay, basically it's a grade 5 titanium, but it is one that is called grade 5 ELI, and this abbreviation stands for extra low interstitials. So it is a very pure alloy. It comes from medical applications, from aeronautical applications, space industry, etc. All high-tech or special applications. So it's a very pure alloy, and it is called titanium grade 23 on a Mohs hardness scale. The scale number is 6, so it is also pretty scratch resistant, as you can imagine. And on top, it has a very, very nice color. Looks very different compared to steel, looks different compared to other titaniums. It's a very nice color. And the entire watch is composed out of different shades of gray. And yeah, let's discover this beautiful chronograph from Blancpain. Case diameter is 43 millimeter, and the case thickness, as you see it here from the side, is of 14.85 millimeter. And I have also been measuring the so-called lug to lug distance. That's the distance I always measure from one lug end to the other lug end, and this is exactly 50 millimeter. The case is waterproof up to 300 meters or 30 bar. It is nicely displayed here with a little fish symbol on top. And what you see through the sapphire crystal is the Blancpain Calibre F385. That's a 5 Hertz chronograph caliber. The balance wheel oscillates at a speed of 36,000 semi-oscillations per hour. Here we see the balance wheel, 5 Hertz, 36,000 semi-oscillation means that the central second hand swipes over the dial with a speed of 1/10 of a second. So a chronograph that really displays the 1/10 of a second. We always see when there are sports events or whatsoever is timed, it is always timed in 1/10, 100s, 1000s, and never timed in 1/8 of a second or 1/6 of a second or 1/5 of a second. The movement has a power reserve of 50 hours, is an automatic movement, prominently to see, nicely to see here the huge rotor. And if you now think, oh, they have been putting a tungsten or something rotor. No. This is a gold rotor, 18 karat, massive 18 karat gold rotor, but it has been giving an anthracite NAC coating, yes, to make it look a little bit more decent, I would say, or to properly fit into the shades of grays. It is coated but massive, and it's written here, you can read it here, 18 karat gold, so it's a massive gold rotor. What does the chronograph display? As you can see, I've been moving the hands a little bit. Normally they always show 10 past 10, so the watch smiles at you on your screen. But now, to better show you what is displayed, so we do have a 30-minute counter positioned at 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the 12-hour counter, And the running second, beautifully distinguished with another type of hand and yeah, a little super luminova dot including. So you always know, even in darkness, if the watch is functioning or not, because this little dot will move also in darkness, and you will see it in our loom shot. Of course, you have a date indication positioned at 4:30. Some of you might not like it, I know it, but I personally think it is a perfect way of displaying the date with a chronograph, because you're not interfering with any of the counters. Since the movement is quite big and fits the case, then why not positioning it at 4:30? And also specific to that movement is that it is a flyback chronograph. So what happens? What does flyback mean? Normally when you do manipulations of start, stop, reset, you have to stop the watch, then you would push piece at 4 o'clock to reset. I will start the chronograph again, and a flyback means you can do this in one step. You push, everything resets to 0, and once you release the push piece at 4 o'clock, the chronograph will immediately start to count time or run again to start the next measurement. So if you need to do some measurements where one event starts immediately after the other one, you stop, you release, and you can restart your measurement. That's flyback. The normal way of doing it's stop and reset. You know that. That's not new. Okay, let's restart the chronograph. By the way, the momentarily feeling of starting this chronograph is gorgeous. You have one defined point. It is clear where you are going to start and stop that chronograph. Perfectly done. Yes, it's a column wheel chronograph, and it also features a vertical clutch. So it's the most modern chronograph technology available. And one nice thing, the central second hand, I said it before, swipes over the dial at a speed of 1/10 of a second. So in theory, you could make some excellent readings of the 1/10 of a second if only Blancpain would have printed some larger markings. The little dots in between, they should be a little bit bigger to make reading possible. So the graduation is almost not visible, I have to say here. The graduation in between there are four little dots in between the already very little second dots. And with the help of these 4 little dots that belong to the graduation of the chronograph, you could, when you stop the central second hand, make an excellent reading of the 1/10 of a second, but due to the fact that it is so small, it's pretty difficult. I have to say this. It is there, but yeah, without the magnifying glass, almost impossible. Okay, now you can argue, yeah, it's a diver and in water, who needs it? Yeah, I hear you. Yes, I hear, but still, since there are not too many of those with chronographs displaying the 1/10 of a second, as you know, it would have been a nice feature, yeah, if graduation and the second dots would be a little bit bigger. But okay, it's my humble opinion. And if you're not agreeing with me, please discuss it with me in the comment section. If you agree with me, do it as well. And if you have questions, let me know, of course, as always. A huge screw-down crown gives me the chance to perfectly operate it, including the gloves. Look now what happens if I pull out the crown in the second position, hacking seconds. The running second has stopped, and also the central second hand from the chronograph belonging to the chronograph also stopped, so you can perfectly set the watch with a time signal if you want to do this, of course. And when I pull in again, of course, it will start. Also good to mention, the chronograph push pieces, you may use them underwater. I asked Blancpain and they confirmed me, yes, you may start, stop, reset, and whatever you want to do the chronograph underwater. Now, I will quickly show you the date change. And now please watch close. Here is the date disc. It should either instantaneously or we will see in which way it will change the date at midnight. We are approaching midnight. It's 11 o'clock, 11:30, and this looks like, no, almost. We can say almost. Started some minutes earlier and the date change was finished, yeah, some 10 minutes past 12. Perfectly, I do have no problems with such a date change. That's nice, fair enough. And wait, now let me bring it back to a smiley face for you. And I will quickly, yes, also run you through the other numbers of the date disc, so you can see it. I have to go in the correct position. This was winding, so this is why nothing happened. Now the watch, I will quickly run you through, and so you can discover the other numbers, how they would look like if you would wear the Blancpain 24 and etc. We're coming to the 30th. So you can see this 30, 31st. And now, of course, what will happen? The single digit will be displayed much larger. And there it is. Yes, second. And I will go back to the 8. I always set the watches to 8. Lucky number 8. There it is. So we are perfectly set again. And the watch is smiling. So coming from the dial, from the push pieces and the crown to the bezel. The bezel features a black ceramic inlay and the little minute dots and 15, 30, 45 are made out of liquid metal. So injected here, liquid metal in the black ceramic bezel, and the dot at 12 o'clock has a little super luminova injections, as well as you see, of course, the running second, everything you need if a watch is supposed to be a diver. And now the bezel is, I said it's a diver, only turning counterclockwise. So you can see me here turning it. With a certain, you need a little bit of, apply some force, that's good. So you will not be able to misalign by coincidence, by touching it when you're diving what you have been setting. And it's 120 clicks. And I will bring it back, excuse me, I will quickly have to point away from my camera. Oh, yep. Here it is, perfectly aligned. Once again, 120 clicks, ceramic inlay, as said it. And yes, as it should be, it only turns counterclockwise. Summertime, this always gives me the occasion to show watches also in water. So I always make a quick excursion to my pool and I'm showing you the watch, how it looks like when it is in water. It is a diver. It is waterproof up to 300 meters. I told it, I said it in the video. And yes, you may use the push pieces of the chronograph to start, stop, reset your measurements also underwater. So this is how the watch looks like. And nicely to see here the soleil, the sunburst effect of that gray dial. Perfectly looking. And this is how it looks like in water. And yes, time out, time in effect. Here it is. Something that, is there because the watch is, I do repeat that, not filled with liquid. There is, you can do this, but not with a mechanical movement, only when there is a quartz movement. Sin, the watch manufacturer, Sin did it. They filled up a movement and then you avoid this mirroring effect when you go and when you look at the dial in a certain angle. So, but it's there, you can't change. But I like it, time out. Oh, yes, nothing to do. Oh, it's so late. Joking. Good. This is how the watch looks like when worn in water. And yes, it's supposed to be there. It is a diver, 300 meters, and should be in its element. And there it is, in its element. Since we are filming in 4K and showing really all details, some of you might have already discovered something that is engraved in the sapphire crystal here. And yes, there is something. It is written Proto #1. It is a little bit difficult to show you because it will only be visible when I have the rotor underneath and then I still have to move it. But yeah, I think you can imagine. Here's written Proto #1. What does this mean? It's August right now and I'm filming a watch that will be released only end of September this year, so in more than 1 month. And I was lucky enough to get the prototype #1 from Blancpain to be able to film the watch to present you this new chronograph. You can buy the watch once it is offered on the markets starting in September Either with the strap you see here, that's a sailing tissue strap. It also features the pin buckle made out of titanium grade 23, or you can choose a NATO strap, perfectly color-wise matching NATO strap, and this is the cool thing, you can also buy the watch with a titanium grade 23 bracelet. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you because it's not yet out. I'm happy that I'm able to film the chronograph now, but we will probably have the chance later, and if I can get hands on the bracelet, I will of course also show you the watch with the bracelet later on this year, and it will be interesting to know, does it have a micro length adjustment, etc, etc. We will all discover these details if we can later. So price-wise, the price I was given in August for the watch release in September. The price might change because you know these days the prices due to the currency fluctuations may change rapidly. So the price given to me actually is 15,510 euro, including 19%. 15,510 euro, including 19%. But we will double check before releasing the video if this price is still correct. There's one thing maybe I forgot. I will quickly say it before saying goodbye to you, is the weight of the watch. I've been weighing the watch in the configuration as you see it on your screen. The weight is 93 grams, so it's pretty light. It's I would say perfect chronograph. I really like this shades of gray. It's gorgeous because this is a very soft, warm gray, not at all a hard or technical gray where when you want to combine the watch with your wardrobe, and when you jeans, blue jeans, and if you are into colors blue like I am, this gray you can wear it with blue. Doesn't look bad at all. I have to say, a very nice combination, also combined with that Soleil sunburst dial you see here, and you have been seeing it on the wrist shot, pool shot, etc. with Soleil effect. So let me know, please, what you think about the chronograph. Is it a cool one? Not a cool one? What do you say? Do you like it, etc.? Your thoughts are very, very welcome. If you have questions, please share them with us, and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Thanks for watching another video on WatchAdvisor. Stay tuned. There's much more to come as always, and see you soon back here. Bye-bye.